Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys all here, both old and new subscribers alike. I am literally making something out of nothing right now. I am making something out of nothing, but we need sage. Okay, this sage bundle is done, done. But there's like a little piece there that I can still burn, and as long as it's burning and it's smoking like that, that means that we are still benefiting from the properties of sage, which are to cleanse the energy, cleanse our space, protect us, cleanse our aura, and that is exactly what we need right now. I already ordered some more. I ran out of my bundles. It's gonna take about a week to get here, but for now, as long as it's smoking, we made it happen. Do not judge me. A disclaimer, okay? Disclaimer. You do not even know everything that just transpired just to get this reading out. So disclaimer, because I know that you're just stumbling upon here. You just clicked the reading, and my energy might be it might sound a little frustrated or harsh right now, instead of the usual, I hope everyone's doing well, and because I'm frustrated, but I'm getting this reading out, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the energy that I'm channeling is a frustrating ass energy, my goodness. And no, don't be afraid. I am not one of those negative readers. You can go through all my readings. I know that there are readers out there that are just like all their readings are negative, and it's because they have a negative spirit. So no, that's not my deal here. And even when things that are harsh and unpleasant come through in readings, we will find a way to transmute that energy by the end of the reading. So don't worry, that's the entire point, right? Remember, there's no such thing, well, there is light and dark, but positive and negative is really how you perceive it, okay? Is really how you perceive it. And we are not to have fear. We are not to, approach these kind of energies or difficult people or situations with fear, as long as we know that we are protected spiritually, that we have God on our side. We're good. But let me tell you, okay, how can we get started? I have to take a deep breath, because I'm not, something is blocking me. It's a person that I'm channeling, okay? But every time that I try to connect with their energy in this way, something happens to try to block me from speaking about them. So I had to stop. After attempting this reading, you don't even know how many times, I'm gonna tell you, but side note, do a full-blown ritual on this person, okay? So that energy, so I can read it without it touching me. And also, make it clear to that energy that I am not the one. Okay? I am not the one. I don't know if you know what that means. It means I'm not the one to mess with. Meaning, we're not afraid. We're still gonna deal with this. I'm still reading you. I'm still gonna read this energy. Okay? Oh my God. And if you're new here and you're like, what is this woman talking about? I probably sound like a nutcase to you. I've been letting myself do my thing lately. You guys know I'm a medium if you're not new here, above all. So my main ability is channeling without the cards. It doesn't mean we're not gonna pull cards. Well, trust me, we are. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. It's gonna start getting more and more specific as the reading passes on, as we go through the reading. But if you hear me talking, rambling, story time, whatever, all of that is part of the reading. Like, I'm connecting with the energy. I'm having a conversation with spirit and the angels. They're telling me the story. It's like I have the people that I'm connecting with, the people that I'm channeling in front of me, right? It's a conversation. I went through a point on this channel where I kind of stopped doing that, and we're just going straight to the reading. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it was influenced by, you know, some people's comments saying, get to the point, or you talk too much, or you repeat too much, or get to the cards. And that started getting to me after a while. But you know what? A lot of you yesterday confirmed to me in the comments that the best readings that I've done are when I allow myself to go into the flow and do what I do, what's natural to me, which is channeling. And you're right, you have a point. You know, this is me. This is my process. And I can't control that. But let me tell you, oh my God. So, first, before I even start telling you all the things that happened because of this energy, and this energy that I'm talking about is somebody that you've dealt with. It is a third-party energy. Put that out there. Somebody that got in the way of a relationship that you were in, or got in the way of something that was meant to be for you. Whether a relationship, a job, etc. For a lot of you, it's in regards to a relationship that you had or currently have. But I always like to point out that I don't believe in the message. This may or may not resonate, because if you're guided here, it's for a reason. However, we're all part of a collective. What Spirit does is like put you guys in groups, energetic groups, right? And I see the way that I visualize it, you know, the shape of a rainbow like that. And they put like a line of people here, 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 a line of people here. Think of like that, like rays in an arc. And as I'm channeling the energy, I'm going like this, like getting specifics from every group. But but on top of those groups, there's also people behind them, people behind them, people behind them. Does that make sense? That is why when I do readings, you're gonna see me like give one scenario, then another scenario, then another detail, then another detail. It's up to you to figure out which one of those details is specific to you. But if I don't give a detail that's specific to you, meaning I can, let's say all the people that I've channeled that are right here, even though you're in the same group as them, it's the same energy, but all of the people that I just got the details from are all of them have this energy resonating with them in regards to a relationship, right? It doesn't mean that this energy is not manifesting or hasn't in your life. This could still resonate for you in another way. If it's manifesting in your family life, in your career, that's when you have to see a reading as an intuitive exercise and figure that out. And I'm sorry, again, it's been like 8 minutes. It's been very hard for me to get to the point with this reading, with this energy. So I'm trying to get through my own feelings before, so bear with me, please. Please. We're gonna get to it. But let me tell you, so this is definitely about somebody that got in the way of your relationship or something that was meant for you. Okay? I started touching on this energy in yesterday's reading. That's how it started. And I'm gonna give you the backstory in case you didn't see yesterday's reading. Okay? You can see this as a part 2 if you want to, but I do wanna let you know that if you didn't see the other reading, you can still just watch this one, and if you wanna watch the other one after, it's okay. It doesn't have a particular sequence. You're still gonna get it, right? You can still just watch this one and then watch the other one, or don't watch the other one and just watch this one, it's fine. In that reading, there was a clear message about somebody that somebody was dealing with romantically. I'm going to call them your person. Whether you're with them romantically now or not, whether they are an ex or you're with them now, that's going to be different for some of you. Okay? But this person, long story short, in that reading, came through. I had a vision of them clear as day, being in a car, crying, as if the divine has gifted them out of nowhere clarity and discernment. And they realize now how they have allowed other people to influence their connection with you and their life in general. I'm gonna be honest, because this kind of energy that I'm feeling can affect you in a lot of ways. It's so frustrating. And they reach a place where they realize, like, they got hit with the realizations that they didn't treat you right, they didn't treat the situation correctly, they didn't approach the situation correctly. And they have some kind of shame. They're going through some kind of feeling of shame and regret for allowing themselves to be so easily manipulated by other forces outside of their own truth. Regardless if the person that I'm talking about, if they're actually in a relationship with this person right now, this could be an ex of yours and someone they're with right now. That doesn't mean that they're not realizing some things. They might realize they've made a mistake if that's the case. So that came through. I'm not going to go on and on about that because that was yesterday's reading. But at the end of that reading, it wasn't supposed to be the end. What came out in this deck was the Five of Wands, followed by the Devil, followed by the Queen of Wands. Now, for me as a reader, I interpret the Queen of Wands differently. The Queen of Wands is actually a beautiful card in terms of what it actually means in tarot. It's somebody in their power, somebody passionate, somebody that's creative, somebody that's spiritually connected, all that. However, I don't. As a reader, you can put your own meanings to cards. To me, and I've said it before many times on this channel, the Queen of Wands to me is always, very rarely is she not. For the most part, especially if she's coming out next to the Devil, okay, especially a third party energy. Whether it's a female or male, even if it says queen, does not matter. Does not matter. Okay? But what was crazy for me is that the Five of Wands signifies strife, conflict, right? So this person that I was picking up on definitely interfered some way and created a lot of conflict for this other person, maybe even for you. Whether you were aware of it or not, for some of you, you might not even be aware that this was the driving force of your separation, if there was a separation, or of your problems. You might be in a relationship right now, and this might be happening right now. It doesn't matter, past, present, future. No such thing. No such thing. This could be the driving force of someone, of the conflicts that you're having with someone right now without you even knowing it. Like I said, I'm seeing different groups of you. However, the Devil card that came out here, and again, I'm not just telling you the story, this is all part of the reading, and I'm connecting with this energy. I'm like looking at it dead in the face, even though it's very frustrating. I gotta tell you. The Devil in this card that came out next to that person, he or him, doesn't matter, that Queen of Wands. In this particular deck, the image shows the hand of the Devil holding a man. Again, I said it over and over again, gender doesn't matter, but I hope not to keep repeating that. Holding this person like a puppet. It shows the person attached to strings, and the puppeteer was the Devil controlling while they were stressed out. Next to that was the image of the Queen of Wands, which is the person causing the blockage. But in this deck, it shows that person with a black cat and like so many candles around them, like as if they're doing spell work. Now it's interesting, like I said, I'm bringing it back to what I said. The Queen of Wands does not have the interpretation of it being a third party in tarot. So whoever created this deck did not create that card with that interpretation in mind. So that just even more, that confirms what I'm picking up, because it was with the devil there and that card next to it, it looked perfectly, it aligned perfectly with the way I read it personally. It showed her face. Again, it could be anybody looking at the devil like, haha, like I won, with a black cat and a bunch of candles, like as if for some of them, they've actually gone out of their way to do spell work to block you guys from being together or have some problems. Not all of you though. They might not even be a spiritual person. It could also just be a representation that they have wished on every star that they would back away from you somehow. I don't really know what the advantage of that was, okay? Why they were doing that, we're gonna get into that, but they were doing that. Now, what happened in that reading, the moment this person represents a blockage, the moment I was going to read on their energy, my daughter, who's 10, completely interrupts the reading, right? Like I had to stop the reading, and I said, you guys, I'm gonna make a separate reading about this person, which I'm doing now, right? It's almost like, but I was interrupted like at the perfect moment, like right when I was about to touch on this person's energy. It's like this person, this third party energy does not want you to know how much influence they had on the other person, or the energy of blockage that they have created is so intense that it was even blocking me from connecting to it. And if it can block me from connecting to it, it most certainly was blocking your person from connecting with you. It's like what was coming out of their energy was an energy of blockage. Like that's what they were projecting, that energy of blockage around your person in regards to connecting with you. Fast forward today, I am so frustrated connecting with this energy because I have wasted almost my entire day, blockage after blockage after blockage. I actually thought it was going to be the perfect time to do this reading because my daughter's at a play date right now at her friend's house who has a pool. They don't have school today. It's a federal holiday where I'm at. I'm in the Dominican Republic, by the way. I moved here 3 years ago from the States, for those of you that are new. So you might be saying, there's no federal holiday today. That's why there is here. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I have that house to myself. Then I tried to record like 8 times. Block. I either stuttering, or I would get a headache, or my mind would go blank, whatever. Then finally, I actually recorded and channeled for 26 minutes. And I had a choice of continuing that reading I already started about this person or just starting from scratch. I decided to start from scratch because the lapse of time in between was so much that I almost forgot what I was even saying. I had to start from the beginning, but it was so frustrating. Again, and it happened right here. Like I've channeled literally for 26 minutes. I touched the cards, about to pull cards on this person. Blockage. What happens? My daughter texts me, I need you right now. I had to stop the reading, text her. She felt left out. She felt that her friend wasn't playing with her. She was playing with another, 10-year-old drama. She wants me to go pick her up. So I had to stop everything that I was doing to talk her through it, deal with that. Got in my car to go pick her up. I called the mom and said, hey, don't tell her that I told you, but X, Y, and Z is happening. We're friends, me and her mom. So it's we all understand that they're hormonal and going through, a lot of sensitivities. So instead of seeing it as like this other little girl has a problem, they're best friends. we don't approach it that way. We try to see how we can manage it, right? Midway on the way to pick her up, then my daughter calls me, don't pick me up anymore. We're going to the beach. I know you might be thinking, wow, the life of being in the Caribbean, literally. Yeah, it's that easy. It's that easy. Pool, beach, like on a normal Monday. Those are her activities on a regular day. Lucky her, right? I was like, okay, you just made me call her mom and tell her I'm on my way to pick you up. Like, seriously? Yeah, I'm over it. I was like, okay, so now I have to turn around, go in my house. It was like, but that took so much time, you know? But again, it was the blockage. Like, it was right when I was about to pull cards on this person. And at that point, I freaking, dealing with all that, I completely forgot what I was even saying. I'm like, I'm gonna have to just start. I'm just gonna tell them what happened. And then it occurred to me, for some of you, not everybody, for some of you, like I said, I pick up on a lot of different details. This is somebody that this person has a child with. Maybe an ex, baby mama, or daddy. Because I also don't find it a coincidence that every single time there's a blockage, it's in regard to a child. My child, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, what are the odds? So if that is your case, again, that's not the specific example for everyone. Excuse me. If that is your case, because I see everything as an omen, it could be that. This is somebody that creates a lot of drama in regards to children or blockages in regards to children, which made it very difficult for this person maybe to connect with you, right? However that resonates. Whether it's calling at all hours, hey, your baby needs you, or I need this for the baby, or the baby, this happened to the baby. Like, you know, if they knew that they were gonna go see you, all of a sudden there was an emergency with the baby or something, or you know what I mean? And then call, never mind, kind of like what just happened. It's not exactly what happened with my daughter, but it's the energy, right? For some of you, something like that. And just creating blockages. But for some, it was a family member talking in their ear, trying to dissuade them from you for some reason. And again, this energy was so persistent. That's why it was so frustrating. Like, I almost didn't want to do it, but I told you guys, that's why I don't like to go into the third party too much, because it gets so annoying. But I told you guys that I was going to do it because I want to know what their motive was. Like, what's going on here? And how does this relate to where this person that you're dealing with, or your person, where they're at, and their breakdown? How does it relate to this? Because this person's energy is so effing persistent. Like, you know what it is? How frustrating it is for me to finally think I have a day to myself to get things done. I have a lot of things to get done, not just this reading, but members, personals, emails, a lot of things that I'm doing. Not to mention cleaning, cooking, organizing. I mean, I'm one person in this house. And to waste literally almost the entire time I had to myself on starting something and then being blocked and restarting. Like, before you know it, I noticed, I'm like, wow, I just wasted all these hours because of this stupid person's energy. And that could be part of what they did too. Distract your person. It could be a friend or a brother or sister or a mom, right? They would express, maybe they expressed that they were connecting with you or your relationship. If it was a friend, they would, instead of telling them, oh, I don't want you to be with this person, or I don't like this person, they would just push them into seduction. Oh, let's go out, let's go drink. Influence them into doing what they should not do, instead of encouraging them to do right by you, which is very karmic. And again, that was a lot. Even though I just did, like I said, I channeled before for 26 minutes and I decided to do it all over again. Whatever. If you want to click off, because I had to get it out. Like all the things that happened because of this energy, because it's so frustrating. And don't worry, you don't have to don't say sorry, that you have to connect with this. It's okay. This is my purpose. It's fine. I feel more terribly for you that you had to, this is just me connecting with this energy for a reading. Like you actually had to deal with this, or you probably still do deal with this. What I want to understand is, what's the purpose? Was it because they wanted them? They wanted to be in a relationship with them? Is it because they didn't like you? Is it because they had some kind of competition going on? Is it simply because they're bipolar? They have some kind of mental issue? I mean, I don't know. Why were they so persistent? Jealousy? I need to know. But I will tell you one thing. Even it might have taken too long, but your person who was blinded by this, it hit them like a ton of bricks. Like they really, something happened for them to see the reality of a situation really all at once. Whether something this other person did or said, like it all just hit them. And they feel stupid. But in a way, they were blinded. Because this energy is very blinding, is what I said. You know what I'm saying? Not only was I blocked, but it was also making me stupid. It was making me stupid. Like the first 7 times or 8 times that I had to stop, it was because my mind would go blank, or I would stutter, or I realized that I wasn't getting to the point, like it's, and if this person did spell work, whether through spell work, for some of them, yeah, not all of them though, or just through their energy, it's like they were they slowly were putting this person under a spell, or put a veil on them so they couldn't see or think clearly. And they actually had a lot of influence on them. They did, and still do, because this energy, I'm still feeling it. That was a long time, whatever. This is not a usual reading. I don't do these kind of readings all the time, so I just have to get this out of the way. Look, the Empress is there. With the 3 of Swords and Fudge. I split the deck. If I feel guided to it, I feel guided to it. And if you're new here, you know. If you're new here, I don't read reversals unless I am I'm specifically told by Spirit that I need to read it in reverse. In reverse, sorry. You know what's funny? Side note. I'm using my device to record this, and then like a notification just popped up. And it's kind of funny, so don't mind me. It's I guess it's like a video or something, and it popped up and it said, the title was "She Peed in Front of Everyone." What the fuck? Excuse my language. Obviously it's about an animal, okay? It's probably about their dog or something. But what comes to mind reading that? Everything's an omen. I don't care how silly it sounds. Why do dogs do that? Why do dogs pee in front of everyone or all over the place, specifically in front of other dogs or people? It's to mark their territory. You know? So this energy, this person was manipulating or doing things in that way, like in a controlling way, to mark their, like they saw this other person as their territory somehow. If it's a mother, because the Empress also signifies it could be someone's mom, that's even sicker, but we know it exists. Some moms see their children as their territory, especially if it's like their son. Oh, my son, my son. There's some toxic connections between mothers and sons, I'm telling you, that exist on this planet. And therefore they want to dictate who's good for them, who's not good for them, etc., etc. And those are the worst toxic connections, because there's no one that can get in your mind and influence you the most than your mother, until you decide to make that separation. But it's hard. It is hard if it's family. But what do I see here? I see the Empress. And she's pregnant with the world. That could be indicative. Maybe you have a baby with this person. Maybe the person I'm talking about has a baby with them. Maybe you both have a baby with this person. I don't know. Or maybe it's their mother. This could, it doesn't have to be, but these are all possibilities. Like I said, it's a group of you, it's a lot. But what I do see here is the Three of Swords right after it. Heartbreak. Sorrow. The Wheel of Fortune, which signifies karma, ruled by Saturn, karmic lessons. In regards to something that caused the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is that backstabbing, betrayal. In the traditional tarot deck, it shows somebody on the floor with 10 swords on their back bleeding out. This deck is different though. Notice that? It shows a woman here looking out into the horizon as if the pain that you experienced because of the situation or this other person getting involved has already passed. It taught you some kind of a lesson, and despite of an ending or despite feeling betrayed, you're actually, you've gotten to a point where you are looking out into the future, into the horizon, not letting it destroy you like it did. If you have a child with this person and you're separated, you're focusing on your child, on your well-being, focusing on being the Empress. Okay? Right? And this person did not show up how you wanted, how they should have. Let's keep it real. But what I'm seeing here, this is a man. Again, the gender doesn't matter, but it just shows a distinction between feminine and masculine. They're in the masculine energy. They're crying out in agony here. So while the feminine is starting to better herself despite what happened in the past, giving birth to a new life, this masculine out of nowhere is starting to feel the pain of how they handle the situation with you. They regret it, I'm telling you. And this was all part of a karmic lesson for them as well. They had to learn that lesson. But here you are again, like, I'm already getting past that. If you kept allowing people to get in between me and you, I can't be in the 10 of Swords and 3 of Swords forever. I can't be bleeding out forever. I'm looking out to the future. Yeah, it hurt, but that wheel has to keep turning. But there's just such a distinction between the feminine and the masculine here, because the feminine is like looking out into the future, finally healing, about to, like, you know, accepting what happened, where the masculine is just now being hit with this pain of what happened or what they allowed. What they allowed. What they allowed because of a karmic that got in between what was supposed to be between an emperor and an empress. Possibly, because the Wheel of Fortune it's supposed to be sudden, you know, sudden activity or good luck, but it's the Wheel of Karma. So I'm seeing it with, it's between the 3 of Swords and 10 of Swords, like, as a karmic situation. Now, a karmic doesn't have to be, again, someone that they were dealing with romantically. It could be a parent, a boss, anybody, a friend. They're just people that come with lessons. But why? I need, what is this other person's, like, they're, like, the reason. That's why I don't like to do these kind of energies, not energies, readings. I don't like to touch on them too much when they're like this, because I don't like to give them too much importance, but it is important because this person let it affect them for that long. They were that weak-minded. But what was their intention, or what is their intention? This third party that that I kept. Hold on. We have the 6 of Swords. Hold up. 6 of Swords. Dang, hold on. But look who's at the bottom. 6 of Swords. And the Devil. No other than, look, and the 5 of Swords. You can't make it up. I asked, what was their intention? Literally, their intention was to manipulate this other person, was to get in their head for selfish reasons, for reasons that had to do with the ego. What I see here now, this is the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords signifies moving towards calmer water. She's there with luggage, suitcase. Moving to calmer waters, but looking sad and defeated at the same time. I said, what was this person's purpose? It was literally to get you away from them, even though it hurt you. That's why you look so disappointed there. Like, you did move forward. That doesn't mean it didn't hurt. I said, what was this person's intention? Then we get the 5 of Swords with the Devil. What? And this was the image of the devil that I was speaking to in the beginning. You see the devil's there holding this person. Can you see? I don't know if it's focusing on that. Looks like a puppet. He has strings on his hands, his head, that control his actions, control his thought. He's there holding his head like he's stressed by it. Holding his head here and also here. What are the odds that both of these cards show this masculine, this person in the same kind of energy, like literally always stressed about this situation or people getting in their head? It kind of got them not drunk as in literally drunk, but I'm using drunk as an analogy, where like they couldn't think straight. They didn't know what was right, what was wrong. It was such a strong influence. Ridiculous. The Five of Swords, in terms of meaning, signifies one-upping somebody, tit for tat, wanting to get the upper hand, no matter how you get it. Okay? Anyway, you look at it, it's deceptive. It's mental manipulation. Mental manipulation. But I said, what was the intention? The intention was just to get you away from them. And they did that by getting in their mind. But why was the desire to get you away from them so strong? I don't understand people like that. Like, why? Like, why? You know, like me personally, but I have to separate myself from readings because it's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never see me doing things to make sure somebody is not with a new person. Like, if you want another person, if you feel you have a soul connection with someone else, go. I'm not going to force you to be with me. You know? Or if I'm a mother and my son is showing that they love somebody, unless I feel like this person's like actually in harm and danger, who am I to tell this person who to be with? If it's a parent, if this is a parent or a family member, this is a step beyond saying like, oh, I just want the best for you. No. That wasn't the foundation of it. The foundation of it was almost incestuous. Like having this person be with you represented them not having control over them anymore. In a sick and twisted way. And if it was a parent or a family member, and what ends up happening is that they only promote or encourage them to be with other people that they feel they can manipulate also, right? So let's say this person was connecting with you, right? And it's a mother or a family member. They're going to talk badly about you if you're independent, etc. They're going to want them to be with someone that allows them to keep that control, right? They're going to want them to find someone that has no boundaries, that lets them come over their house a million times a day if they want to. A person that doesn't think that being a mama's boy is a problem. You understand? Someone like that. Like that's what they wanted. If it's a parent, because I see the Empress here, so it could be a parent. And that happens. And it's sick, but in a way, they almost feel like they act like they're in a fucking romantic relationship with their sons. It's disgusting. But it's a very real phenomenon, right? It's a very real phenomenon. And sometimes, again, they'll encourage them not to be with the independent person that's good for them or loves them. They'll encourage them to be with the woman that doesn't mind them keeping control, even if they're in a relationship, right? And they can suss out who is like that, you know. If that detail is coming out, it's for a reason. But for some of you, it's a friends that were just bashing you for whatever way that they could. And it felt like a betrayal in many ways. I mean, it's coming out here. But what was the gain here? Like, what were they trying to gain from this? There could have been a financial component. With the Emperor, there they are. This pentacle here, this is the Ace of Pentacles, has roots. With Justice, Seven of Wands is protecting your peace. There is something about you that threatened something that benefited them. Okay? Honestly, if it was money related, they wanted it all to go to them. This is still not explaining to me. What the F? They were so obsessed with doing this for. Like, do people just do devil shit for no reason? I mean, honestly, some people are, yes, because of jealousy, because they have a secret competition with you. Honestly, sometimes I'm getting that. Like, what is the point? I'm saying it over and over again. Like, what is the point? And I see nothing but just devil energy. Like, just to be in devil fucking energy. They had an obsession with keeping things the way that they've always been. And something about you being in this person's life affected that. It created a change in the routine or the environment or something, and that affected them. They didn't want that. It was as simple as that. Because the Ace of Pentacles is, Pentacles is stability with those roots here. It's like, okay, so they have a certain routine. Maybe they go out together a lot, whatever the case may be. And and they're in a bubble somehow. And there's something about them venturing out and connecting with you. I hope that this makes sense. That was going to change things up. Change the advantages that they have. Change the routines that they had. Change their relationships with other people. It was gonna pierce their bubble somehow. So they thought it was better to just get them to get them to get rid of you. But when I see the Emperor and the Empress here, it means you guys definitely had a soul connection. That's the Emperor and the Empress. Divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? He has a chess piece in his hand. So this Emperor, this divine masculine, definitely, because of this situation, was showing up in your life playing games. It seemed like they were playing games. It seems like they weren't offering stability. It seems like they weren't doing what they needed to do. But I'm telling you that they reached a real realization. Because this energy doesn't just go away, If they managed this karmic energy managed to get them to not do right by you, it doesn't just stop at you. You could have walked away, it could have ended with you, but that energy continues. You know what I'm saying? They start to realize that that same energy is blocking them in a lot of areas of their life, even if you're not in the picture. And that's when they realize, that's when they have some, like, enough concrete evidence to realize and wake up that this person didn't have the best of intentions and is manipulating them. Because if you're a manipulative person, even though they were fixated on doing that in regards to you, they still continue to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? So eventually shit hits the fan. And this divine masculine feels a lot of shame, because they almost feel like they can't come back from how they showed up. Like, how do you make up for how you showed up or how you didn't show up in the past, or putting other people first, or not defending you when they needed to, or blaming you for reacting to somebody else's manipulations and calling it out, making you the problem. I'm telling you, I had an image very clear of this person crying, like something hit them, like they realized that they messed up. They messed up. And this other person is just straight drama. Whoa. But what triggered them to like have this realization though? It would be nice if I can shuffle. Can I shuffle? That's interesting. The Page of Wands, Three of Cups, and Judgment. You know what I'm getting? Because the Nine of Wands is boundaries. Honestly, there's a group here involved, even though it's like one main person. Something about the boundaries that you created, or they realize now that you were just standing up for yourself and what you were seeing about, that was going on here. They didn't see the good in you then though. Or they were judging you, or again, they were easily manipulated. When you have judgment here though, it's literally judgment day. It could just be spiritual, it's when the divine has you face what you've done. And once they did that, they realized, I don't know, that's when they broke down, because they know with the Nine of Wands, that's the energy you're in. You have a fence in front of you at this point. What's the current situation between them and this karmic energy that I'm picking up on? Hanged Man. Well, it's either done or it's stuck, or they feel stuck in it, or you know, it's the Hanged Man. They feel upside down. They definitely feel the truth of the situation. 9 of Swords. It's causing them anxiety. They regret this a lot. Look, 7 of Swords. Oh my God, there she is. Or he, with the moon, done in the dark. There's that Queen of Wands there with that black hat and a fucking lot of candles. To come out next to the 7 of Swords. Though, you know what I'm saying? The 7 of Swords is deception, sneakiness, trying to get away with something, okay? I think that what this person, and the Moon card, which is doing things in the dark, things that are hidden, I think that what this person realized, it's like, this Queen of Wands looks fucking happy. This person shows like way too much excitement about them not talking to you, them doing you dirty. Just like, how are you that happy about manifesting some kind of deception? Right? Because they see the deception now. They see it for what it is. So looking back at it, it causes them, they feel stuck, and they're in their head and anxious about the fact that, you know, this person, like, what kind of a person is it? That they felt some kind of joy over manifesting, having me like sneak away and deceive this other person. That means you're not a good person. This person takes joy over seeing you, you know, seeing this the way that it ended up. And I think this person is now realizing their true colors in that department. They realize, listen, I don't know if, again, there's a treasure chest with all this gold, you know, I don't know if there was something beneficial about, like they felt like they were something financial, there was something financially beneficial about this karmic getting them away from you somehow. That keeps coming up. They wanted it all to themselves. The 9 of Cups is a card of victory and, you know, fulfillment, yeah. But everything has a shadow, and since we're reading it like this, it's also, it could be a very selfish card too. It's a selfish card. Cups signify emotions. They wanted all the cups for themselves, all the emotions for themselves, all the money for themselves, all, like, they want it to be the priority. They want it to be the priority. Then. They want it to be the priority. No one else. Even if that meant that they had to move in sneaky ways, hurt you, even if that was going to cause them anxiety. I think this person realized that this other person didn't really care so much about their own well-being. They care more about themselves. Here. And it hit them. Quite frankly, like, I feel like you already knew this about this person, but what I'm confirming here is that this other person you were dealing with or are dealing with, it's hitting them hard because they're just realizing this. Like, they're just waking up about this. They are just waking up about this. So, and what do they want to do? Okay, they realize 7 of Pentacles, that they reaped what they sowed here. Okay, that they reap what they sowed. But with the Page of Pentacles on the bottom, like, they want to come forward and apologize. They don't even know how. They don't even know how. But I will tell you one thing. They're cutting it off with this other person, or they're going to set some serious boundaries with this other person now that they realize this. Okay? now that they realize this about this person. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Love yourself first. Trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. For some of you, it's like this person was actually flirting with them while you were together or something like that. You know, and ultimately you chose to love yourself first, your self-respect. And that's why you told them, you know, why you put a block to this or put a limit to this, could be. So you're having a hard time trusting this person, even if they come back with some kind of an apology at this point. What the heck? But they really want forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. They want you to rebuild trust, and they want you to forgive them. You are going to hear from them. I don't know if this is going to happen right now, but this is brewing. Like, the realization of who this other person, how they got in their head, has been made. And they wish they could take it all back, but the thing is they can't. Now it's up to you if you know, because you're all about, you know, you have self-respect. That's one thing you got out of this. And here they are trying to make things right. And what's gonna happen? What's this other person gonna do then? This other party, you know? It's 8 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands, signals and opportunities. Hold on. But then you see, and then it's followed by the 4 of Gems, which says possessiveness. They're gonna start getting signals. It says signals, opportunity, and possessiveness. They're gonna start to feel like signs that this person's gonna want to separate from them or not listening to them as much. They might continue the block, just continue the drama, because they have this like weird possessiveness over them. I'm telling you. But all that's gonna do is just prove this to this person even more. But I don't know if you want this person back, to be completely honest. Or if you even want to make this better, I don't know. But this person definitely did learn their lesson. And I don't even want to talk more about this karmic energy because like I don't want to give them any mind. But I am here to confirm they definitely did some spell work, or they just threw that energy on you just from like how much they wished to break this apart. For selfish gain. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened to this person this week, but they got hit with the realization of that bad. Oh my God, look, I just picked this up. Look, I just picked it up. Not a coincidence. 5 of Wands here and the Tower. With the Empress in reverse. Even if it was upright, I told you I don't read reversals unless it really comes out. I'm still gonna channel it the same way. Dude, the 5 of Roses, the 5 of Wands is the conflict. It says competition here. Competition with the Tower that says crisis and the Empress, which says creativity. I'm gonna tell you right now, if this person senses, this other person, that this karmic person senses that they come back to you, they're gonna start with their competition again. They're gonna create tower moments, crises again. They're gonna be more creative than ever to get them away from you. So I want you to know that if you allow this person back into your life, this person's not done. They're not just gonna give it up. This is just gonna be a fucking difficult person for the rest of their lives. That's basically what I'm saying right here. They're possessive. They're possessive, and if they get, literally says, look, signals, opportunity, possessiveness, competition, crisis, creativity. If they get a signal that there is an opportunity for them to reconcile with you or communicate with you or whatever, their possessiveness is going to trigger some competition. They're going to create some kind of crisis, and they're going to be more creative than ever to be manipulative. That is the this person's going to be like that forever. They're a terrible person. The difference this time is that the masculine, this other person, is aware of it now. It's like they're coming out of this spell. Now the realization of that has broken them down emotionally recently, because they never saw it this way until right now. That's the problem. But something tells me they want to come back to you. See? The star, hope, healing, faith. They're going to want to heal things. Look, Two of Cups. Romance, a connection. They want to heal some kind of connection. Or at the very least, bring this up to you. I'm gonna leave it here, honestly. This was, I am sorry if you went through this. I'm gonna tell you, this person's going through it, and expect them to communicate with you about it. Expect it. They're probably gonna shock you though with their realizations, because I don't think that you ever realized that they were gonna fully grasp the severity of this person, this karmic person's like mental illness. Like, hey, call it what it is. Like, who does that? All right, love and light. I hope this made sense for whoever, I hope this reading even had a purpose other than telling you about like what you already knew. I don't think that you knew that this person realizes it now, though. That's the thing. But damn, that karmic, whoever that was, is a trip, man. Oh my God. All right, love and light, you guys. Sending you so much love, for real.